Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is February 1st, 2023. Beginning of the month here, we had FOMC news. They raised basis points, I believe another 0.50. And today we had a big up and down range. Price came down, opened up, came down. Filled most of this inefficiency in price of this bullish candle, got into the wick, and then news came out, skyrocketed up, and then closed, came back down and closed. So we finally finished that little miniature imbalance that was left. See that? See how it didn't finish right there in between here? So, and then we have this question mark of this high. So we have this high, we got this high, now we got that high. So we still have news in this week. And I'm expecting a retrace into here and then maybe taking this out. Getting into somewhere in the 50% level of this wick here. I mean, if I was to just eyeball it, I can pull a fib out and do it, correctly, but somewhere in there. If not, we're sinking. I mean, I don't see how, I know Nas and S&P have plenty of room to go up, right? But same time, if they keep raising, if they keep hiking the rates, then stocks should be going down. So, I don't know. It's funny, but let's go into it here. We'll show you the 5-minute. I mean, you really need to get into a 1 minute. Now you shouldn't even be trading during this time. So, you got people out here that want to post that they caught this move and this and that. Well, I mean, we can catch this move, but you're gambling unless you have a narrative behind it. You have an actual story behind it. This was the actual trade here. It's happened at around 2:40 here, 2:40 p.m. So price opened up. You know what? Let me go to 1 hour real quick just so you can see this. So originally, if you remember here, we took this fib here up to here and it came back and it retraced to a 61 and we had a negative 27 and a negative 61 right here. Right? These were the TPs. So we hit the negative 27, kept the fib there. Price came down from here to here. I'm going to draw it now because I don't want it to be sloppy all over the chart. But you'll see that we came right into a 70 nicely. Did I hit that right? Yeah. Nice. Hit a 70 nicely, right? And that was obviously yesterday. And then your first goal is to hit negative 27 here. But I wasn't worried about that. Right here, so I'm going to delete this fib real quick. But it was good to see where it was stopped, right? As far as the retracement goes. But here, A, B, C, retracement back to the 61 here. And then today it finally hit that 61. Beautifully. That's what this is. All right. A couple points away, technically. So, price rallied up day before, took out that high. So right here, which I did draw in the previous video, broke structure there. Okay. And then after the break of structure, it came right back down to right back down into a demand zone perfectly. I mean, not perfectly because US 30 is a little sloppy, honestly, in my opinion. It's not as clean as S&P, but US 30 has got its own rules, to be honest with you. So it came down into this demand zone and then flew up when the news came out. Now let me go into a smaller time frame here. So you can see here that it jumped right into this demand zone right there. Beautiful demand block right there. Consecutive candles. 3 of them right there. See that? Taps in. Now we would want it to hit around the 50% level technically of that, but that's okay because you could have used this block technically. This block right here. So that was the real block you should have used, but at the same time, you don't want to narrow yourself too much and then you'll miss it. Anyway, so price, let me get down to a 1 minute. And you'll see, so we caught a couple trades coming down in here, but I'm not even going to mention these. And you want to wait for the news to happen. So obviously 2 o'clock is when it starts, but 2:30 is when Powell starts speaking, right? And right there, you see this right here? That's right there is 2:34. So price started rallying up. No indication. I mean, this is the 1 minute. I have to go into the seconds to show you about catching it down here, but at that point you're gambling. So no real order flow here until here. So right here, got an imbalance here of price right there in between. Price comes back down into it nicely, and then stop is right there underneath that close of the imbalance. And anything more than that would just be gambling, and you shouldn't even be trading this, to be honest. And then you had then you started to get some order flow here. Price came up, came down, right into the block, broke up again, came back down, right into the block, came up, came down into the block, and then you had your order flow. And your intention was to take it here into this negative 61 TP. Let me go back out. Let me just go back out so you can see that again. Very nice. All right, and then price shot down. Okay, so as far as tomorrow goes, it's going to be interesting this week, to be honest with you, because now we do have, I'm going to actually delete this fib. So we as you see, we got into this imbalance piece right here. That little, let me zoom in so you can see it. Look how much left we had left in that, between this line and the high. So took it out nicely. I'm gonna delete that. I'm also gonna delete this. We don't need that anymore, technically. And then where are we now? Well, right now we broke a structure here, and we're retracing. Where are we retracing? Well, you see this big ass candle right here, right? So, and I'm gonna delete this too. You see this big candle right here? We're gonna get some of that, and then we have some of this wick, 50% of it at least, somewhere in the vicinity here. If it wants to go back up bullish, okay. I'm not saying we can't. I mean, because if you watched the earlier video, I said that we're still bullish, and that's why we got the big retracement. But a majority of that retracement already happened, through Asia and London, and then, obviously the 10 o'clock candle, which is the 4 hour, to just sank it down. But follow order flow. High, higher low, higher high. Where's your higher low? If you're bullish, where's your higher low? Well, somewhere in here. If I was to let me go into a 15-minute, maybe we can refine it here at least. See that right there underneath that low? And then this wick is also suspect. So, I mean, you kind of want to stay away from the markets in general, to be honest with you. Let me go into a 5-minute. Yeah, I like somewhere here for sure. Somewhere right here. This is a good area. I like that. Getting into this support block right here somewhere. You drag this out. So my intention is to get a retrace, right? And then come to take out that high. Why? If I go back, that you got this high, and that high. Okay? And we have a nice price imbalance right there. See that right there? See this? In between here? And there's a gap actually in there, and it's still there. But and then, I mean, is it possible they do that on Friday? Yeah, it is. Or is it possible that they just sink it from here? Yes, it is. I mean, I've been wanting bearish prices. Doesn't mean I'm bearish. I just would like to see it. Now I'm back on the daily chart. So you see we got them highs there. Too clean, man. There's a lot of liquidity there. All they got to do is bump up and just take that out. And they could have did it. I mean, with that kind of movement today, they could have did it. But they didn't. They set it nicely right there. Unless this is going to be your last call and it's going to sink because it's holding for dear life, in my opinion. And then you're hiking the rates still. Powell is very clear. They're doing it the whole year. So, I mean, you know, for us to be up here and you're talking about more rate hikes, I mean, dude, you should be down here. So, you know, that's just what I think. But if they're going to go bullish one more time, it's going to retrace about here and then come back up, take that high, and then we're done. You know, it's over with. All right, because our goal is to at least reach here. At the least, you know. But it's holding support. Take a look. It's holding support. So we're going to come back, we'll probably take out this low and this low. And then get into somewhere here or right here if they're going to go back up. But that's pretty much all we can tell you right now, of course, because Asia and London will dictate a majority of the day. So, all right, you guys take care. Hope this helps. God bless.